So let me crowbar this in here. What about cost to cure? So while we're on the topic of crappy chicken coops that have to be repainted,
Cost to cure.
can there be
We're
a
back.
cost to cure to remove that? And please explain cost to cure.
Go ahead.
Cost to cure is the cost to fix the issue. So if it's, let's say it's the shed, and maybe the shed's got a value of $500, a market value of $500, but it's going to cost $1,000 to repair it. We can go two ways. We can either do the $200 to remove the shed, but then you're also losing that little bit of value, or you're spending $1,000 to fix a $500 item. So the cost of cure is what it costs to fix the issue.
And how does that affect the appraisal report? Like, can you still, like, you get an appraisal back, chicken coop needs to get painted, or can you personally, as an appraiser, do like a cost to cure where it's like, okay, we're going to take $500 of value off the property just because this thing's not painted? Is that what you mean by that?
No, if it's removed, if it's taken
removed.
away, right? If it's removed. So, for example, something that may be better than a chicken coop, and we actually had this on a transaction. They took a garage and they converted it into a bedroom, but it really wasn't a good bedroom. The house had more value with a one-car garage than it did for the structure that was built inside of that garage.
So they just took the bedroom out.
Take the bedroom out, we get more value. So the cost to cure
makes
for
sense.
that was to
Remove the interior
remove
walls.
the interior walls. Now we have a higher priced home with that garage.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now.
So something else that realtors don't realize is if we give it value as if it's repaired, say a shed, so $500, let's say. Let's say it's something bigger. So let's say $2,000
Let's
on
say
something.
flooring, Debbie, by chance, on a big elaborate 4,000 square foot home. I'm not getting into details.
No,
of
this is not
specific
detailed
property.
at all.
So let's say that the homeowner says they're going to fix these things, and we give it value as if it's fixed, which is why the appraisal is subject to it being fixed. And then they change their mind. Well, now they're upset because now we have to reduce that value. That value was given on the original appraisal, and then they no longer did that repair item.
Right.
So now we have to reduce that value, which of course in turn affects their final value on or final loan amount, what they can borrow, because their appraisal just went down.
Boo.
Because they either didn't install the flooring or they
Subpar
removed the
flooring,
building.
Whatever.
Sounds like this is coming from experience.
Just a few.
I wonder how many we've done together, Debbie. Like, it would be fun to just actually math that
Count
out.
it out.
Yeah,
sure
quite a few.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So before we got going, we were talking about cost to cure, which is why we're all kind of laughing when you brought it back up, Dan. But you talked about closets, like somebody removed all the closets. Explain to me how cost to cure fixes that, like. Because you can't just throw the house away that doesn't have closets. So
Right.
I mean, how does that work?
So let's say the value, if this house has
4 rooms.
4 should be bedrooms,
Okay.
but they removed the closets to make the rooms bigger. So let's say the value of that exact same house with actual closets came in at $400,000, and we determined that each closet's going to cost $1,500 to put back.
To
We're not,
install.
to install. We're not actually going to require them to install it, but we're going to do the $1,500 per closet, so $6,000. So instead of being $400,000, we're going to call it $394.
I see. And that's what I meant by cost to cure with, like the chicken coop. Like you can't just say, oh, the cost to paint the chicken coop is $500, so we're going to reduce the value by $500.
On an FHA loan, no, because it physically has to be painted and it has to meet the qualifications for the loan program.
Got it.
To do that.
For FHA. Got it. Okay.
correct.
That
If
makes
it was
sense.
conventional, we could care
specifically.
less about a chicken coop.
Yeah.
Right.
Of
Or
course.
that out structure or whatever the case may be.